Hey, this is Chris from Rekkid Talk. So we all know there's been too many tags in the vinyl community, so I'm doing a vinyl tag mashup. I'll be mashing up Rachel's Canadian tag, Slambo's Car of Idiots with his tag, and the irrepressible Vinyl Richie with his Scantily Clad tag and his laundry tag. And since I've learned through the YouTube analytics that most of you quit watching my videos very quickly, I'm going to front load it with the Scantily Clad part of it. So we're going to start off with Liz Phair, Exile in Guyville. And then let's go ahead and this will meet multiple tags. So we have There's Only Another Girl by Juliana Hatfield. So you can see she's scantily clad. But then to go with Slambo, we've got, you see the Juliana Hatfield, sort of the name tag that's strategically placed. And then if you look at the title of the album, There's Always Another Girl, T-A-A-G, which almost spells out the word tag. I know there's an extra A, but that was one of his extra credit. If you had a band or an album title whose initials were T-A-G, so T-A-A-G is pretty close. Now, obviously, that Whitesnake Slide It In cassette tape I had when I was in high school with the snake going in between the large-breasted woman and her cleavage, I should have kept that, but I didn't. Obviously, I could be like Vinyl Richie, and I could show you Miles Davis Bitches Brew, but he already did, so I'm going to show you Miles Davis Someday My Prince Will Come. And so you can see on the cover, this was his wife at the time, Frances Taylor Davis, who doesn't really seem to be wearing anything, at least in the part that we can see. And she was a dancer, and it turns out that Miles was pretty much a dick to her, kind of held back her career until she decided to leave him. So you're wondering, okay, what about the scantily clad Canadians? So since we've been doing 90s indie rock female songwriters, we got some Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, but of course she's not actually scantily clad on this. But did you want me really to scour Discogs or record stores or the internet for naked pictures of Bachman Turner Overdrive or Neil Young? No, you did. Just use your imagination there. All right, so off the scantily clad, let's talk about tag. So Slambo challenged us to show something on the Tag Rekkid label, and I bet he thought nobody would do it. This was a short-lived sort of sub-label of Atlantic Records from 1994 to 1996 with Alternative, but that's in my wheelhouse. So the Lemonheads card button cloth, it's on. Notice above the Atlantic logo is the Tag logo. This is on Tag Records. In fact, I have no front end set because I just have this promo copy, not for sale, again with the Tag logo along with Atlantic. And while we're talking, I forgot when they were a punk band with rich, preppy Boston guys. This is their first album, Hate Your Friends, was not on Tag Records. It was on Tang Records, T-A-A-N-G. That's almost Tag. So, all right. I don't have any photos of Evan Dando scantily clad, although if you find the Blake Babies Temptation Eyes video on YouTube, they covered the grassroots song Temptation Eyes. You'll see young Evan Dando and the various Blake Babies scantily clad in their underpants. You can check out the bow prompt between Evan Dando and John Strohm. All right. Canadian tag. All right, so let's get into more of the Canadian part. So notice we have Tanya Tagaq. So this is a Canadian indigenous artist. She's Inuit, and she does Inuit throat singing. So you can see the name of the artist has Tag in it for Slambo. Plus, this also answers the question that nobody asked, but to show an album that features an Inuit throat singer covering a Pixies song, because the Pixies song Caribou is covered on this album. And this album is on the nice white vinyl. A song about whiskey and beer, because I guess that's sort of a stereotypical Canadian thing to drink a lot. Well, this isn't a Canadian artist, but Beck Mellow Gold. We have song number 4, Whiskey Clone, Hotel City, 1997. Song number 8, Beer Can. Song number 3 was Fucking With My Head, Mountain Dew Rock, in case you wanted Mountain Dew in the tag. But we didn't have that. Okay, let's get more Canadian content. So let's show you some k.d. lang and the Reclines. This was the album Absolute Torch and Twang. So of course this is Canadian country music. k.d. is such a typical Albertan cowgirl after all. And one of the songs on this album, they did a cover, I think it was an Asleep at the Wheel song. And so the song, one of the song companies that published it was Whiskey Drinkin' Music. The song was called Full Moon Full of Love. All right, what else do we have? Tag and song title. So Sleater-Kinney album, No Cities to Love. The first song on side A is called Price Tag. So there's a tag for you. And license plate, that's like a tag. We can go to Sleater-Kinney again. Their album, The Hot Rock. If you look at the back of the cab, they're hailing a cab in Portland, Oregon, and you can see part of an Oregon license plate on the back of that taxi cab. So that is, you got some tag action going there. Now, let's get into the laundry tag portion of things. So we're going to have lots of things involving washing and cleaning and laundromats. So we, of course, have the Sonic Youth album Washing Machine. We have the Mysteries of Life album Come Clean. Come Clean's in tiny little print that you can barely read. Go into the vinyl world. This early 70s jazz album, Sunshine Man by Harold Alexander, has a song called Cleanup. Cleanup is a musical composition that represents a change in the creative image of music and life in order that the artist can project his personal direction and approach to music. And just look at that guy. All right. More clean songs. Depeche Mode, Violator. There's a song on that album called Clean. Then let's talk about laundromats. Camper Van Beethoven, Key Lime Pie. There is a song on this album that's called I Was Born in a Laundromat. So there's Laundromat. And then let's get into the cassettes. So this is Risque Rhythm, Nasty 50s R&B. So there is a song by a band called the Five Royals called Laundromat Blues. Most of the songs have double entendre sort of titles. We have songs with titles like Big 10-Inch Record, Big 10-Inch Rekkid, Big Long Slidin' Thing, It Ain't the Meat, 60-Minute Man, My Man Stands Out, I Love to Play Your Piano, Let Me Bang Your Box, so Risque Rhythm. And of course, we'll end it with one of my favorite independent record labels, the American Laundromat. So this was a 7-inch single by a new collaboration called The Loyal Seas, which is Tanya Donnelly and Brian Sullivan. American Laundromat Records, down there in the lower right-hand corner. Or we'll pull out the white 7-inch vinyl. American Laundromat Records. And so there you go, mashing up the laundry tag, the scantily clad tag, the Canadian tag, the tag tag. And that's all the tagging I want to do.